No free feet.
No free feet for
No.
peoples. And I don't wear
Gotta
socks
pay
around my
for that.
house. Okay. So, hello everyone. Welcome to the Music Lens podcast with me, Alex Allegra.
And Katie Fee.
And today we are going to be doing this is like our first episode we're considering. The last one was a, hey,
intro.
how's it going introduction. This is the first episode.
First topic
episode. And we thought we thought we would kind of lighten the mood, and not that last week
it wasn't
happy.
dark.
It wasn't dark. It was we will get dark, but not today. We really did plan, but sometimes, you know, when you play on something and you think it's really going to go well, and no, that's my life. I know. But, so this first episode, we thought we would do something to keep it light and fun and bring in the listeners, would be Grammy review, because the Grammys just happened this past Sunday.
Yes, we're recording this on the
Saturday before the Super Bowl.
Saturday the 10th, day before Super Bowl.
Day before Super Bowl. We'll probably talk about the Super Bowl next time, just a little bit.
A little bit.
Review.
Not a full episode.
Well, not a full episode, but just review.
Sports are not music. But
was that I think that was Siri on my laptop. Sorry.
I found this on the web.
I don't even know where she came from. I don't even have Siri set up on this laptop. This is a new laptop, though, so maybe.
That happened to me yesterday.
I'm going to try and figure out how to put in photos, because we're going to start with the red carpet here.
Mm-hmm.
This is editor Alex here. We did not end up recording visuals nor putting them on the screen because we have no visuals, because my phone ran out of storage after 7 seconds of recording this podcast, and we did not realize till the end. So ignore any visuals.
So we'll
see. This is podcast, but we also are doing video versions on YouTube. So if you're listening to this audio only, we do have a visual component.
Yes. I know you can put videos into Spotify now.
Yeah, the only one I know who has done it is Color Daddy. That's the only one I've seen a video
Lights
version.
Out and Mile Higher do it too.
Right. Well,
that's how I knew about it.
Okay.
But you're right, Color Daddy does do that.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
If not, YouTube.
So sorry if the first episode looked a little low quality, because we're still working out the kinks, obviously.
Yes.
I didn't think it was going to be hard to start a podcast. Like, I was like, oh, you hook up some mics and you put a phone in your face and you podcast, you talk. Apparently it's a little more
just a little bit
more complicated too. But I have it pulled up on here, and we both took notes, and we're going to compare and talk. This year's Grammys weren't as scandalous as previous award shows have been, I feel like. So I feel like we're going to have a lot of the same comments to talk about.
Yeah.
But I still thought this would be a fun way. I was going to do a whole history of the Grammys and do a lot of research into it, but we thought that would be probably enough content for a whole nother episode in itself.
And I think this also will be enough for one full episode.
I agree. And I think we're trying to keep these to about 45 minutes.
Yeah, roughly. Hour tops.
Yeah. We're not trying to go super long. I mean, I love a long podcast, but also when it goes too long, like, I understand people don't want to sit and listen. I also just drive a lot. And so I like a long podcast, especially when I'm like driving home, because it's a 12-hour car ride. And then I have a lot of content to listen to.
It's very.
Katie hasn't looked at the.
I haven't really looked much of red carpet.
So she's going to be more first time reacting. I saw a lot of the pictures.
Okay.
So I also have a lot of funny stories, because I'm in a musical right now, and I didn't get to watch the Grammys live, which I was very sad about. Okay, so I have 2 music directors in this musical. Okay. The main one was like, no, I don't care about the Grammys, but I'll let you guys not have Super Bowl Sunday because I want to watch the Super Bowl. And I was like, oh, so you're in charge of this.
That's very interesting that it's like a musical. So like a music person is like, we're not going to have off for the Grammys, but we're going to have off for football.
It was interesting. He was like, I'm selfish, I don't care. And it was funny, whatever. But our one music director was like, when we got to Taylor Swift's news, and she was like, stopped rehearsal. Well, I'll get to that story though. It was very fun.
Much of anything else. I've seen Taylor because Taylor.
Obviously.
But
yeah. So yeah, we'll just go down. I'm on Vogue's website. So we'll just use Vogue's website. And I always loved, me and my boyfriend used to love watching Kelsey and Cody's Grammy review stuff. So that's also what gave me the idea to do all of this. Well, they just like go through their outfits, and it's fun. I don't know if you watch Cody.
No, I don't.
First we have. Do you know who she is?
I can't see.
Oh, okay, I might say her name wrong. She sings Water. Is it Tyla? I want to say that.
I'm not sure. I feel like I heard that name just like
she was nominated for
within
with Water.
Grammy talk.
Yeah.
I don't know
I love
her.
this dress. I think that
That's
color
pretty.
is gorgeous on her.
I love that color.
Yeah, and I love the like little
I've been,
sheer
like,
moments. And look at
Wanting
how
to do a lot of green
she
with
looks,
the house.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
like
I
that
know.
shade of
Like
green.
that nice
so.
mint green. She looks gorgeous.
Yes.
She looks incredible. 10 out of 10.
10 out of
Good job, girl.
Are we ranking?
No.
I'm like, let's not rank.
No.
That's pressure.
No. Everyone looked fantastic and amazing. We're not gonna we're not here to body shame. We're not here to do anything like that. These people put in their hours and their work and all that stuff, and they deserve to be celebrated. But I just want to know if these fabrics look cute on them or not.
Okay.
We're not judging their bodies. We're looking at, do these fabrics look cute? Okay. Lana Del Rey. I saw this a lot because she was with Taylor a lot. What do we think of Lana?
I don't really know much about her, but it feels like it fits her vibe.
It
based
fits
off
her
of what
vibe.
I know
Yes.
of her.
But I feel like it looks like she's going to a funeral and not the Grammys.
Okay.
Is that mean to say? I don't know. It's my honest opinion. Like, it's fine. It's not my favorite look. But I'm also just happy to see Lana Del Rey out at these events because I feel like she's been very out of the spotlight.
She's doing a country album.
I know. I'm excited to hear it on Doja Cat.
Can you scroll up more? You scrolled away from her
face. It's also like a very
Okay, because I saw like I don't know at what point it might have been in the opening what do you call it, opening speech thing.
Oh yeah.
They like cut to her. I think she had like on a camel baseball cap at one point.
Oh, really?
But I liked it.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh, does she have it
with
on?
her dress?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure
okay.
that was what she was wearing with it, but I don't know.
It's not my favorite look. It's a little too sheer for me. I like that she's showing off her tattoos. Her tattoos are cool, but
cool.
it doesn't look like she's wearing anything. Maybe that was the intent.
I don't know.
But it doesn't.
It could be a choice of just like my brain's not working. Like a symbolic thing. I don't know.
Janelle Monáe, love this dress. It is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Fits her so well. I love that. I love that low V. It's really pretty. I like it. 10 out of 10, girl. You did it. I'm not gonna go through everybody because there's like 200 pictures here.
Partial pictures on the screen at a time because they're so big compared to the screen.
Yeah,
I think we need to.
Ice Spice. I love the little like
the
2000s like throwbague thing. I think it's very her. It's
type stuff.
hot. I like it.
Stuff. It's like a rose on her kind of thing. I don't know.
It's the picture is not the greatest. Angle.
No, they could have done a better
like
picture.
Mid-smile. She's like mid doing something. So
right, it's like when you're switching poses and you get a picture mid switch of a pose.
I don't like it though.
I
don't like the tulle in the inside. Like that's what's throwing me off. It looks like hair or something. I don't know why. Like right there, it just like looks like weird. Taylor. Okay, let's talk about it.
It kind of is giving wedding dress vibes, and I don't know. I don't need the wedding dress vibes.
I didn't get that vibe.
I do like the classic Hollywood, and there are pictures of comparing that outfit to Clara Bow, which is a track off of the new album that was announced. Right. So I think that's what was happening, was she was kind of going with that inspiration.
When I first saw this, so we had taken a break in rehearsals, and I was just talking to my friend. And we were like, she was like, have you seen Taylor's dress yet? And I was like, no. She showed it to me. And we were like, ugh. It wasn't my favorite look. I have loved her, like, from the Lover album on, every red carpet dress she has had. This is not up there with my favorites. But
yeah, not favorite, but still
it made
good.
a lot of sense after the announcement.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And then I was like, oh, I see that.
And I like the like clock necklace because Midnight's is what she's nominated for. So
okay.
Like
it all made sense, but I didn't like the silhouette of it. I wasn't a fan of the gloves.
I'm curious why she took the gloves off, because she didn't wear them all night.
Well,
so I'm just curious.
Slippery. And if she was eating and drinking, because that was the other thing about the Grammys.
And then if you
they
go
have
up
a
to
table.
like, don't drop the
Yeah.
don't drop your Grammys. She's
When
done it
did
before.
they
She's broken her Grammys before.
Oh, yeah. When did they switch over to tables instead of just like the
COVID.
auditorium? Was that all? Okay.
Yeah, I think it was a COVID thing, and then they're like, "Oh, we actually like this. Let's keep it." Which I like it.
I don't. I
I
want to go and have fun.
But I'm just
not
maybe it's
eat
because like
dinner.
I like how they do tables for, well, they don't do CMT Artist of the Year anymore. They replaced it this year, but that's how they do it for that usually when they had that, and I liked that. But anyone else?
Olivia Rodrigo. I thought she looked really pretty. I love this dress.
Oh yeah, I like the detail.
I loved the detail of her dress.
Mhm.
Yes, thought it fit her really well. I think it was a very like, she looks sophisticated, but she also like doesn't look like she's trying to be older or younger than she is. Like,
Yeah.
it fit her very well, because she is still younger.
How old is she
Miley
now?
Cyrus's.
Miley.
Loved everything that she wore that whole night. I was like, it's so her.
Mhm.
And it's so pretty. And I loved the little like
fits her.
detailings of it for flowers. And she has like flowers
Yeah.
over her nipples. I loved it. It was so good. I loved it. And I loved her big teased hair. I was like
her
obsessed
hair.
with it. Summer Walker. I didn't see this look, but I think we need to talk about it. That hat is
know
something.
who that is. Should probably preface that I am country.
And I
that
do,
is my
like,
genre.
everything.
You do like everything. My main genres are country music and Taylor Swift. So I know some pop and stuff, but I know some other genres, but country is my main one. So sometimes there's people I don't know.
Like, we need to bring back, especially with the way that pop music is going right now, I want to see people with like the Lady Gaga level meat dresses of like just out there-ness of like
Yeah.
your biggest, grandest, like,
That's what the Met Gala's for.
yeah, but no.
Mhm.
Who else? I was gonna say we should have like opened it up and like asked people who no one knows we're doing this yet though. So, I didn't know Ellie Goulding was there, but I love that dress on her. She looks gorgeous.
Yes. I like
Are
the
those
lace.
birds or
Or
just feathers? I think it's just feathers.
I can't tell.
I think it's just feathers. Paris Hilton was there. I didn't know that. Blue.
I like the color.
It is a pretty color. It's
I
an
don't know if I
interesting
like the
shape of the
pattern,
dress, but
I
yeah.
like the color.
I'm just kind of skipping over people that kind of like just wore some basic black stuff. Coy Leroy. Do you know who she is?
No.
Cause girls is players too. Bitches getting money all around the world. Cause girls is players too. No, okay.
I don't know.
I love that song.
A lot of my pop music is probably because of TikTok, and so I was trying to
That's
think
why
if
I
that's
was like, it
on
was
TikTok.
a big TikTok song.
Okay.
So, but I go to hip hop classes weekly, so I listen to a lot of R&B and hip hop and rap and everything. So, where I just used to go dancing a lot. And
I
what do
knew
we
more
think?
when we lived together because you would like drive places and force me to listen to stuff. So
Is this just like a big boa or is it?
I
like,
don't know what the green is.
I want to know what the green is. What's the green? Victoria Monet. I saw her dress a lot because
She
she
won New
won
Artist.
stuff and yeah.
I don't know
Which
who she
I
is,
love that
but
she won New Artist.
I
Oh, you don't.
No,
Katie, you got to get with it.
I know. I'm sorry, but like, yeah, it was a pretty good. I mean, that's jumping into things.
Her dress is fine. I didn't think it was like anything like, oh my God. I loved that Billie did the whole Barbie thing on the red carpet and it was
Yes.
very her. And then she switched into for her performance,
Mhm.
that Barbie dress. I love the comparisons. That was.
I like it when casual outfits work because then you don't have to. It's low maintenance. It's nice.
But it's her. And
But
it's
it fits,
Like, it
yeah.
fits for her. I think that's really important.
But
Do
it's
you
nice
see-
because then you're comfortable all
Yeah.
night.
Will I Am has like moon shoes on.
Sure, why not?
I think, see, like that's what I need. Moon shoes on the red carpet. Just start bouncing up and down, you know? Bounce away.
I don't think he did that.
What?
I don't think he did that.
No, but it would have been funny.
Oh, I found.
That's what I was. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get on the red carpet when I'm famous and wheelie down the heelys down the red carpet. We're gonna bring the whole 2000s back.
I've never had Heelys.
Neither did I, and that's
wanted
why
them.
I always wanted them. That's why we're gonna heely down the carpet, or I roller skate. I'll roller skate down the carpet. Let's go, Boy Genius in their white suits.
Yeah.
And I saw everyone crying because the pink carnations are like, because they don't know when they're gonna see each other again.
Oh.
I know. Ugh. Oh, Bunny looks cute. Jelly Roll right.
Oh.
I like that dress. I feel like she could have done more though. I feel like she is a very extra person that she would have done like a big old grand dress or like, but she looks pretty. Some of these people I do not know. I will say that. And again, some of these people I'm just skipping because they're just like wearing a black suit. Okay, like everyone looks really pretty and really put together, but I'm not gonna stop if you just have a black shirt, just the black suit, or just like a black dress, like a basic black dress. Like you look pretty. Congratulations. In a nice
you
way.
Look pretty.
You look pretty. Ed Sheeran in his like camo-esque suit. Yeah. Well, what is it?
I don't know.
Tell me that's not camo-esque.
It is green and black.
With like plaid. It looks good. A little different. Ooh. Kelly.
Yes.
Ugh.
We love Kelly.
We love Kelly. Let me know if there was if
we missed someone.
Any red carpet look that you were like, no one is talking about this. They looked amazing. You should cover it because I will. Or I will. Because I will. Oh, look at this suit. Ludwig. I'm not going to try and say that last name. I'm so sorry. But look at it. He's got some stripes going. Honestly, it's hurting my eyes. But at least he did something different. It's very 70s.
70s color scheme.
The 70s moment there. Ooh. Okay. I think we're going to move on to the performances because we could be here for a while. I think we've already talked for like 30. Okay. So now Katie has...
I have stuff?
Now Katie takes the wheel because that was my part.
Where do we want to start? Performances or awards?
Let's go through performances, and then if they also had an award, we could talk about that.
Yeah.
And then
I guess also opening.
I didn't watch the
opening
because
the opening
again,
speech thing.
I was at rehearsals, so I had to Google everything after the fact.
I have notes, and I'm just trying to find
Katie
my place.
Katie has notes, so she's going to take the reins now.
I am, apparently. Yeah, Trevor Noah hosted 4th time. I feel like he's good.
4th time?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was a 2nd time.
It was his 4th time, apparently.
I guess I haven't really sat down and watched the Grammys in a hot second.
Yeah, his opening was good. There's some fun jokes. He also mentioned women dominating because 7 of the 8 album nominees were women this year. So that was cool. He did make a joke about Taylor with the NFL, but like in a way that was better than the Golden Globes happened. Okay. I feel like because he's like,
I was gonna say we didn't
shame
hear
on NFL for
so.
like using her and stuff or whatever. Is like, so we're gonna get back at him every time I mention Taylor. We're gonna go to someone who's played football and showed like Terry Crews. So I liked that. That was a good way to handle that.
Okay,
and she like came in as he was talking about her, and he's like, as she moves around the room, the tables she passes, the economy grows. So
let me also preface our podcast
by
saying we are Taylor Swift fans.
Yeah, we're gonna end up talking about Taylor a lot throughout these episodes. I feel like
I was going to say the opposite.
Oh, okay.
But I was gonna say
we're gonna try not to tangent too much off.
Try
of Taylor,
and not tangent for the people that are like, I don't care or just don't like her because. But if you do, we will let you know when we're going to tangent about it.
Yeah, but yeah,
because this is supposed to be a universal podcast. I want it's for
just a warning. There will be Swiftie content at times, I think, but
probably.
It's just bound to happen with us.
Yeah, but I'm also not like a stalker fanatic fan either. Neither are you. But.
Yeah, I'm not tracking her jet like some people are, but.
We might cut this.
There's a cease and desist for the person. Yeah.
But anyways, okay. So good.
Yeah,
jokes.
I liked the opening. He also made a joke about UMG taking off their music from from TikTok, and it's like, shame on you, TikTok, for ripping off artists. That's Spotify's job.
We will also have an episode about
stuff like that too. But I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was kind of just like the opening, and you said do performances and then kind of throw in awards. Yeah, cool.
Or just go through.
What
the
did
show.
you think?
Just go through the
Dua
show.
Lipa was the opening performance.
Yes.
So thoughts on
Love
that?
Dua.
Okay.
Love her so much. I loved that performance.
I was kind of like afraid that she would like fall off the little
she's a badass. She knows what she's doing.
When it's like lifting and stuff. I'm like, how are you not falling?
She's probably strapped into that thing.
I don't think so.
Oh.
It didn't look like it. No. I think it was a good performance, but I have higher expectations for opening performances for award shows, like the one that opens the night. And I think it's also because I accidentally watched the daytime opening first. That was really good.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
That
I
is
like it when they
fair.
start an award show with like some sort of collaboration with a lot of artists, and that's what they
fair.
did for the opening one, which I think, yeah, I put it. So the daytime awards where they do the awards, all the ones that aren't during the like televised one. They had an opening performance of "Let's Go Crazy" by Prince, and it started with Jay Ivy, who, I don't know, I didn't look if he won or not, but he is at least nominated for Best Spoken Word Poetry Album. And then Pentatonics, Larkin Poe, Jordan Sparks, and Sheila E. were all on there. I didn't know Jordan Sparks won Christian.
Oh,
She
I
was
didn't
up for
know that
Christian
either.
album,
Oh,
but I haven't kept up with her since like.
I knew she was doing music again, but I didn't know that's what she was doing.
She sounded great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I watched that performance too. Because again, I accidentally sent it to Katie.
Yep.
And said that was the Grammys.
yeah.
It was not the Grammys.
So I think I might have just been comparing the two, and
That's fair. I
And,
think
like, I
I was
like
gonna say I wonder if it's a
collaborative
collaboration thing,
thing.
and then you brought it up. So
yeah.
I do agree that like, but I don't know. I think it's still good.
I think overall Dua was good. I'm just saying.
I think
like,
she has the energy
opening
levels
wise,
of doing an opening.
maybe I just had expectations for a bigger thing.
Maybe if she would
that
have
was,
done
like,
something with
collaborative.
like the Grammy with the Barbie movie and Dance
Yeah,
the Night Away,
maybe.
I think those doing her two new songs, while they are great songs,
They were great. Yeah.
I think when you're doing something like the Grammys, I don't know, because for me the Grammys are like you either bring your newest stuff or you do like your biggest stuff and like do like an over the top performance. So I think especially for like the first one, I think yeah I know she's doing a lot for the Barbie movie already, but this was like her time to shine with it too. She did have a little
Could also
acknowledgement of it when she was switching stages and stuff.
It could also be because Billie Eilish was singing her song from the movie because it was nominated and also won Song of the Year.
Yes, which I loved. Well, I loved her performance.
I like that
liked
it
the
lets the
concept of
lyrics
everything.
shine.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't over the top or anything. It was just her performing and not trying to make it over theatrical or anything like that.
Yeah.
And so you can actually just like listen to the lyrics and let them speak.
Yeah.
But maybe because she did her song and because it's nominated and stuff, then like that's also why Dua didn't do her Barbie song.
Maybe. I don't know.
'Cause then it's like not too much Barbie. I don't know
You
if that's a
never have
thing.
too much Barbie.
I still haven't watched the movie. It's fine.
No.
I
Okay,
know.
we have to watch it.
I know.
Not tonight, but we'll
Not
watch
tonight.
it.
It's been a day.
It's been a day. We is tired.
But yeah, I guess we can talk Billy. I guess I already kind of talked about that.
Yeah.
Then just to
Highlights. We'll just keep
jumping
it
back
with the
and forth
highlights.
a little bit. We're not really in order.
That's fine.
Luke Combs and Tracy Chapman did Fast Car.
Her voice.
I love that they that he chose to have her sing with him and like
that was the time to do that for
yeah,
sure.
highlight her and honor her because it's her song first.
Yeah.
And his is a cover that just happened to blow up.
Yeah. Which I think is unique to the fact that he has been so vocal that it's a cover, and I think a lot of people don't realize when songs are covers.
Right. Because
when
I
it's
don't know
those
if
older kinds of
I don't
things.
think Whitney ever like said much about I Will Always Love You being a Dolly song of like they never had like a collaboration. I don't think.
But
that
that
I
was
know
also
of.
like she gave her that song.
Yeah.
Too. I mean more like a Chris Stapleton and Justin Timberlake when Tennessee Whiskey went so big.
Yeah.
Like that's not his
That's
song.
not
And
his
everyone
song
thinks
originally.
it is his.
Yeah, there's a lot of covers. Like I can think like Ol Red technically is not a Blake Shelton song, but yet it's the name of his bar.
Yeah, like things like that.
Life is a Highway.
Yeah,
was
that's
someone
not
else before
that's
Rascal
a cover
Flatts.
song. And so I think doing those kinds of like real, and especially with a song like that was really big. I think some of them they get away with them because they weren't as big or they're just so old that they can get away with it. But
Yeah,
songs like that,
I also like that
obviously.
I'm pretty sure I heard that when she gave permission for him to cover it, she's like, you can't change any lyrics. So like he still says "Checkout Girl" in it, and I'm like, cool, because it doesn't matter. Like it's just a lyric of a song.
Yeah.
So like I like that he was cool with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just liked that he had her give. I don't know if I say give her a moment to shine because like I don't know.
Yeah. No, I think that's
SZA, I don't really have any comments.
Oh, I
for hers.
loved.
I liked it, but it's
I
like
loved
I don't have deep thoughts about it.
Kill Bill's part of this is a performance.
I
The
like
Stu's
that
part,
she-
I was like, it was a little. But then, yeah, when she switched into Kill Bill mode, I was like,
It's like,
yes,
this is like
girl.
a sketchy alley to be singing a song in, and then I understood why. It was like, because the guy comes up, and then that's the transition, but...
And she was dancing, and I was
Yeah.
like, yes, this is where pop music is going right now, and I'm so excited. And that's where that's where I shine. So, with the whole singing and dancing thing, and I
Yes.
like loved it. I was like, yes, oh, that was fun. That one was fun.
Mm-hmm. Flowers.
Oh, Miley. Okay.
Such a moment.
She sounded amazing.
Yes.
She looked amazing.
I like she changed it up, too. It wasn't like she sang it the same way every single time she got to the repeat of lyrics, like chorus
Yeah.
and all that stuff, because it's not just the chorus that repeats, but like...
I think she has done so much.
I like that she changed it up and did a lot of fun things with it.
Well, and she's just done a lot to like make that song still not just sound like, okay, I've heard this song
It's
a
not
1,000
dated,
times.
yeah.
Like she did that whole like a orchestral version of the song.
Mhm.
She like did the whole funny parts in it, and
Yeah.
then she was like, "I won my first Grammy," and I was like,
Yeah,
yes, you
I can't
did."
believe that's her first Grammy.
A lot
She's
of
been in this
people have
industry for like
won-
20 years, and it's her
But
first Grammy.
I will say she also was in the industry when she was like doing stuff for teeny bopper
I
stuff.
know,
And
but
so,
like
it's
the
not.
climb. I feel like the climb could have been.
That's fair. I
Grammy-worthy.
feel like everybody knows that song, and not just because it's
just
like
because it's a
Disney Channel
well-written
movie
song, even if it wasn't
exactly
a Hannah Montana movie thing.
But
Um.
I think like Kylie Minogue won her first Grammy too.
Okay.
Like things like that. I think
Yeah.
a lot of people are finally. I know Victoria Monet has been in this industry for a while, and she just got New Artist. And,
True.
You know, so it's like. I think a lot of people, it was like their year to shine. I still do think that there were some people missing. Like I would have loved a Tate McRae moment at the Grammys, like for her to perform, or like, but I think there was a lot of moments to like let other people in to shine with some of the other performances. Like, oh gosh, I'm not gonna remember their names, but like, I think it was just like a good Grammys just to let a lot of things shine. The only person I mean, Olivia Rodrigo sounded amazing, looked amazing. I loved it. I just don't know if I would have done Vampire. I would have done like maybe Vampire and like cut it to something else.
Yeah. I feel like she got into it emotionally though.
She did. And
my only thing was like, it's like a camera cuts away and then you come back and she has like blood on her chest and her cheek, and I'm like, how'd she do that? Where'd that come from?
Yeah. Yeah, it was just some bad
It took a
camera
while for me
points
to
of,
be like, wait, there's blood now, which I get because vampire.
Yeah.
But like, I'm just like, wait, where'd that come from?
Yeah.
It was
I liked
just
her performance of
distracted
Vampire
me a little
when she
bit.
did it, like the music video too, and everyone was like, I don't understand what's going on. I'm like, that's the music video. It's a fun music video. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay. But
Yeah, that, yeah.
we both yeah.
But Miley, yeah, I just like
Oh yeah.
her little ad libs and all the sass that she put into it, and also like it cuts to Taylor and Kelsey Ballerini like singing and dancing together.
Oh, Kelsey's dress. We didn't talk about her. I loved her dress.
Her dress is good. Yeah.
Pretty.
Yes.
But no, I loved when she like walked away from the mic. I saw on TikTok a whole bunch. She like fluffed her hair.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
she like knocked
I
the mic
love
stand
it.
over and was like, I'm done.
She was so cute.
Attitude.
I
Love it.
Ugh. Yes.
Yes.
No, I agree. I think like I said, it was a lot of time for people to shine that like kind of deserved it. I think.
Which I guess jumping down to awards, because she won Best Pop Performance for Flowers, which is her first Grammy, and then Record of the Year for Flowers.
Yeah. There was nothing that really like shocked me. And there was no real nominations that were like so out of the blue for anything either, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe you have a different opinion, but I didn't think that anything
I have
really
some
shocked
thoughts
me.
on the country awards, but I want to kind of
Okay.
not jump around
Yeah.
too much, so we'll finish with Miley, I guess, first. I liked both of her speeches because I feel like
I didn't watch the speeches.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well,
I watched
the first one was she like talked about a story of like a little boy trying to catch a butterfly, and then like with like a butterfly net, and when he gave up, a butterfly came to him, and she said Flowers is like her butterfly because she just like, it's kind of like you stop chasing the success and you're just kind of creating music the way you want to create it, and just creating it for the music, and then first Grammy. So
that's
which obviously it doesn't always work that way, but I think it's just like if you create music for yourself, then it will find the right people and connect with the right people.
Which goes into some other topic ideas for like songwriting and everything that we've had cooked up. But it's so... this industry is just something, and it's just like at the end of the day you really do have to love it, and I think we're starting to pull away from the whole like starving artist thing but yeah, at the end of the day you really do have to love it, because the song that you hate the most is going to be your number one success song,
and
most
you're gonna
likely,
have to sing it for
and
years.
you're gonna have to sing it every single night. That's what everyone used to tell me when I was writing, and they're like, well, you better
like, you
love
have to love your
everything.
songs,
you gotta love it. So
and then her record of the year speech, she was like, this award is amazing, but I hope it doesn't change anything because my life was beautiful yesterday. And I was like, oh my gosh. And she's like, not everyone in the world will get a Grammy, but everyone in this world is spectacular.
Aww.
So it's like, yes, it's kind of important, but there are more important things in life.
I loved her album. I loved that
just
whole
like,
album. So
the way she was speaking was beautiful. And just one little like question T type thing was, she listed off all these people she was thankful for, and then she's like, I don't think I'm forgetting anyone, but I might have forgotten underwear. And that's how she ended it. But I'm like, I don't think I'm forgetting anyone. She didn't mention her dad, so I'm wondering if that was a dig at her dad. So that's the
I don't know. I don't know how they are right now. I know he's just remarried.
He remarried someone like he met on the set of Hannah Montana.
Yeah,
and she's really young.
And I know
to him,
she was just in
there's
her
a lot
mom's wedding
of questionable stuff. Her mom was there. Her I don't know if Noah was there. I think her brother might have been there and stuff.
I
so
saw that. And her older sister was there.
Yeah. So she had family there, just not him. But
I don't know. I stopped kind of keeping up with all of that because I knew it was so up and down with everything. Yeah. And honestly, they deserve their privacy. So
that's true. Billy Joel. What were your thoughts on Billy Joel? Because it was his first new song since like almost 20 years.
Yeah, not since the 90s.
I want to say I read 17 to be exact, but
yeah.
Then another thing just said in almost 20 years. You're wearing a Billy Joel shirt.
I am, yes. Yes, I did that on purpose. So River of Dreams was his last like actual music. Like he wrote and composed and lyrics and all that stuff because he's done piano albums since, but like that was his last like actual record he put out. I liked it. It sounded like a Billy Joel song, which was good because sometimes you either get the like really like they put out music and it's like really cheesy, you know, like okay, like the if AI were to create a Billy Joel song kind of a thing, and that's how it would sound. Or you get the like it's completely different, but it doesn't match up to anything that you're gonna do. It sounded like a Billy Joel song. It was good. I think it's an interesting move to make this late in the game, but I'm also honestly at this point not gonna take anything for granted. With artists like that because you never know, and you never know. And I was very fortunate to go and see him in concert not too long ago, and
I couldn't find. There's like I want to say there's 4 different performances for the In Memoriam, and I could not find the Stevie Wonder performance. And he sang. I didn't write down the songs today. Nope, but he sang a Tony Bennett song for Tony, and then I think he also did Jimmy Buffett, or at least Jimmy Buffett was in that portion of it because I never saw him in any of the other videos. And then Fantasia did Proud Mary.
Oh my god, that was
so
amazing.
I loved that.
I was in love with that. I loved the whole like little Dua Lipa moment. I was like, we need a pretty girl to shake her hips. I was like, yes.
There are other people who like kind of shied away too before she got to her.
I know. Guys, this is
like,
fun.
come on, get into it. Yeah.
Don't be those.
That was my favorite of the ones I saw.
Yes, it was so good. I don't really know much about Sinead O'Connor besides like her political activism kind of stuff with SNL and all of that stuff. And,
Annie Lennox did good though.
Yeah, she sounded really good. I think that. See, I love the In Memoriams when like they're just good singers. up on the stage.
She was very emotional. You could tell she was like feeling it.
Yeah, it was really good.
And then it was Jean Baptiste. Is that how you say it? He did Ain't No Sunshine and Lean on Me.
Yes.
And I can't remember who was like the main person of that because I feel like, well, obviously Tina Turner just got her own thing.
Yeah.
But then like everyone else, it was like there was like one main person, but then it also showed a bunch of people, the other people who had passed. And I can't think of the name of the guy. Oh well,
that's okay.
I feel bad saying oh well for a In Memoriam. but it's okay. It is what it is. But yeah, I feel like the In Memoriam was good. I'm hoping that next year they have a Toby Keith song. CMT's been airing some stuff, I know. And there's been like radio stations that have been doing stuff.
Yeah.
So he hasn't had like a special, I would say like a newly done special of like, I feel like there needs to be a like a album put together of people singing his songs, because there's been a lot of covers. Like Dan and Shay did one, Randy Houser, like Brian, Luke Combs, a lot of people like posted performances in honor of him, so it'd be cool to do an album full just like honoring him.
Willie can do Should Have Been a Cowboy and just sing Toby's parts. Isn't that his song?
Beer for My Horses?
Oh yeah, sorry, Beer for My Horses. Ah, God,
that's the one Willie's one.
It is, you're right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And just Willie sings all of them.
Willie
Nelson
never got to
still
see Toby.
alive.
Mm-hmm. I never got to see Toby, but I wouldn't have met you if I did, because I actually had tickets to see him in 2016, and then I got into the Belmont summer program, and so I had to give up my tickets because I'm like, well, obviously I'm gonna go to the summer thing. Like, I hate that I don't get to go to this show now, but I'm gonna pick the Belmont thing.
Yeah.
And then I never got to see him.
Yeah.
But obviously can't regret that, because life would be very different if I didn't go to that, since that's where we met.
Yeah.
So
back to the Grammys.
Yeah. I still might.
Is this interesting for you guys? Hopefully.
I hope so.
I know it's not like the
funniest
funniest
talking.
episode.
It's kind of just like,
because not a lot, like
Just
a lot
talking.
happened at the Grammys, but not a lot this year. I feel like as far as as far as like really like big or funny moments. I hope our tangents are funny at least.
Hopefully.
We're also like, this was just like a good like introductory thing.
Yeah.
And we don't have a lot of. Well, I'm not gonna say that.
Okay.
We have plenty of stories and stuff.
Yeah.
But this was just for fun. We just wanted to. I also really thought that a lot of drama and stuff was going to go down at the Grammys. I don't know why this year.
There's like a couple little things that weren't like drama, but fun. People make things out of nothing. Yeah.
The biggest thing obviously was Taylor Swift announcing her new album.
Yeah, which I haven't gotten to yet, but yes, that was a thing.
Yeah, I was like, we don't need to chew around it anymore.
We don't need to go too much into that.
Again, my drama teacher was like, my music director dropped her phone and went, Taylor Swift just won Best Pop Artist, or what? Pop Vocal Artist Album of the Year, and she announced her new album. And then everyone was like, what? And we all pulled out our phones and we're like texting everybody, and we were like, so that was funny. But that was spoiled for me because it like happened in the moment, and I was so happy it did. And I'm like texting Katie, and I'm like, "Why aren't you blowing up my phone right now? I'm like, we need to talk about this."
So I also could not like watch the night of, just because I didn't have a way to watch it.
Oh yeah,
I tried to do TikTok live streams, but then they kept getting taken down.
Yeah.
But so it got to a point where I'm like, all right, we're giving up on this, and then my phone started blowing up of Alex being like,
hey, people, we need to be talking.
And I'm like,
talking?
Oh, Taylor announced an album, so I had to figure that out. And then I almost thought she was gonna announce Rep TV with Album of the Year, because she was like, I've been doing this for 2 years, and like threw up a 2 in a very awkward way.
But she said that her backup plan was to do it at Tokyo. Then that next night.
Yeah,
but I will say that was probably a better surprise than Rep TV, because
probably
that one was like, what? And everyone,
I think from a
excited.
business standpoint, like, because I had already said my theory was like 2 re-records, new album, 2 records, new album, and then the final 2.
Yeah.
From a business standpoint, for people who are casual fans and don't care about the re-recordings, then it gives them new music to listen to.
Exactly. There you go.
Because otherwise it's like, okay, they're not going to care about the re-recordings, and then they're just going to keep, or they're not going to have anything new from her from like for however long it takes to get those out. Yeah. So
plus this feels very different than everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if she's doing, I texted Katie this, I was like, is she not doing eras anymore? Is it like concept type albums is like her new thing?
I still think, but Midnight's is a concept album, because
but it's still an era.
Yeah, so I think you can, she's had concept albums.
Well, no, and I know that from
Lover,
like folklore and
like
everything like that. But I just mean like, is that like, now it's going to be like what is this? Is this an era? She didn't say she was entering a new era. She was just like, so here you go, buddies.
I don't think we'll know more until she, till April, probably.
No, probably before that.
But she's also, she's not touring in April. It's like March 9th. No, that seems too early. It's sometime in March to sometime in May, and it's like the same date of the month. So it's like 2 months exactly off.
Oh, okay.
So maybe she'll do interviews and stuff
and everything like that.
So that would be nice if she can like tell us a little more, explain herself. But I guess speaking of Taylor, yeah, best pop vocal album, and then she also won album of the year. So now she is the most winningest artist of that award. I don't know. She's won the most times. Yes. She was tied at 3 with Frank Sinatra, Paul Simon, and
Michael Jackson.
No, I have it written down and I just went away from my brain. Stevie Wonder.
Oh yeah,
she was tied with them, and now she beat all of them and is at 4. So that's cool.
Yeah.
I loved that she like was talking about how she just loves doing it, so she's gonna keep doing it. So that's nice too, because people were thinking she might go away after the Eras tour and do directing and stuff, but she could still do. But it sounds like she's gonna continue doing music as well because she loves it so much.
I think it's just in her veins at this point. Like she can't help but write. Like it's just gonna flow right out of her.
Yeah. I think I had one more performance, was just Joni Mitchell. It's her first time ever performing at the Grammys. She's never done it before, so that was interesting. That. Brandy Carlisle was also in her performance, so I liked Brandy. I read her book, which I still haven't gotten back, but I have someone borrowing it that hasn't brought it back, and it's been over a year. It's fine.
Are they going to listen to this podcast?
We'll see.
It's okay, but
no, I'm not going to call out your name, but I would like it back at some point, please. But she talked about like just being like loving Joni Mitchell and getting to meet her and collaborate with her. So I loved that they got to be she got to be a part of she got to be part of her performance. And also I liked the like armchair setup that they had.
I thought it was a very unique thing. I will say
it made me think back to like keep connecting back to Taylor, but she performed.
Maybe we should make no promises about anything.
No, she performed Red at the CMA Awards with Vince Gill and Alison Krauss, and they did a similar setup of like sitting in chairs. So that's what I thought of when I saw the arrangement.
What did you think of her performance?
I thought similar to Billie Eilish, how it was like simplistic, and it just and it was very much like a storytelling song, so it kind of let the lyrics shine. I think given she is the artist that she is and has been around forever and has not performed before.
Yeah, which I didn't know.
It was good to like give her time, because I did look. The video was 6 minutes long, so it is a longer song. I didn't notice that. Yeah, like she's never performed before, so like let her do her thing.
Right. I mean, but also Joni Mitchell's songs in general are like vocal gymnastics, and I know she's older.
Her voice was giving Mrs. Potts singing Beauty and the Beast, and I was like, I love this though, because I don't know, it's comforting type of voice.
It is, but it's not what you expect when you listen to Joni Mitchell. You expect that high soprano-esque voice, so it like just didn't fit for me, and it didn't land
just
in that.
Aging awards. Also, did you see there's a rapper, Killer Mike, was like detained.
Yeah, I saw
he won 3 awards, and then all of a sudden, like, it was like a citizen's arrest, and he ended up I wrote it down because I was like, what happened? Came out, he was booked for misdemeanor battery. I don't know what, like, I think it happened probably before the Grammys, and then they like caught up to him or something.
Yeah, but he was like, I'm not gonna let this be anything but a speed bump to a great night. Like, he was like very positive about it.
I've never heard of that happening before, so that was funny.
No, that was the only drama that like made the news after the Grammys. Well, that and obviously Taylor, but I was just like, oh,
yeah. So record of the year, Flowers. We mentioned that. Album of the year, Midnights. Song of the year was What Was I Made For? So I feel like that's fitting. Best new artist, Victoria.
Jelly Roll doesn't surprise me. I don't know if anyone that isn't a country fan, or I guess he's also like, I've worked with him and his crew and all of that stuff, and
so he's not really new, but this is probably the most he's blown up.
But this is like his year, so that made sense to me, and I was like, good for you, Jelly.
War and Treaty. Noah Kahan. I feel like Noah Kahan would have been a good winner too, because
I think he's really
he's been
crossed
doing
over a lot in a lot of
Yeah.
different genres, and it's really worked well for him too. But I think with him not winning new artists doesn't mean that, like, I think this is just the
It's
start
not
of
the
his
end all be
career.
all.
I think
There's plenty of people who don't win, like are nominated but don't win, and then they go on
exactly.
to do a
I
lot.
think this is just the start of his career,
Yeah.
so I think we'll be seeing a lot more of him.
Mhm.
So that's why I was just like, okay, like, this isn't by any means like
Yeah.
any pit
And then it
stops.
was Ice Spice. I don't know who Coco Jones is.
Yes, you do. She was on Disney Channel a long time ago.
Okay.
Do you remember NBT, Radio Disney's Next Big Thing, which I wanted to do so badly?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, she was one of those artists.
Okay. I don't recognize her. Looking her up right now, but
I followed a lot of bands from
Fred
there.
Again. Fred Again is a name of another artist that I don't know that was nominated, and then Gracie Abrams.
Gracie
Gracie's going
surprises
away.
me,
I don't-
honestly.
It went away. I need to get back.
Just
But
because
yeah.
I feel she's not super
She seems
big.
because she for Eras Tour was the first opener.
Yeah.
So she was like, because how it works, you know, like it's like a smallest artist first. So that's interesting. I don't really know too much about. It's interesting to me that like a lot of the nominees in the country category weren't really like Nashville country. It was more like indie or Texas country.
Oh.
So I just find that
Texas
interesting that the
country is
Recording
huge.
Academy is like honoring. Well, it's like interesting that they're nominated, but then like Chris Stapleton ends up winning. So it's still a Nashville person that ends up winning. But like best country solo performance, Tyler Childers, Brandy Clark, Luke Combs, Dolly Parton, and Chris Stapleton. I think it's
No.
interesting that the Recording Academy is choosing to nominate people who aren't on like commercial country radio type of country, which is a good thing because like that shouldn't be like what determines if the country is good, if it's good quality songs.
I also haven't listened to commercial like country in a long time, so
Yeah.
it does feel like all like the names that like you've heard
I
on
also
TikTok
feel
or
like-
anything, even if you aren't a country person. So like it's like those kinds of people.
Yeah. I also feel like White Horse Chris Stapleton to me sounds kind of more rock than country.
Really?
And that was what won for solo performance and country song. But at the same time, I don't like when people are like, "Oh, that's not country," when it's country pop. So I can't.
You can't.
I can't be too
You
harsh
can't
with
be
it.
too
I'm just,
hypocritical.
yeah. I don't know. They're good songs. I was just like, I don't know. That's another thing of like country album Lainey won, which I love that she won for Bell
Yes.
Bottom Country. And I think some people were like, "Oh, Kelsey should have won," just because like I think she's more well known because she blew up with Rolling Up the Welcome Mat. But that is a more pop leaning album, so I can understand it not winning country album because of it being more pop.
Yeah. I don't know. I still think it was a good contender for things. I did think it was
I
gonna
still
win.
love that. I'm curious if Subject to Change would have been nominated for stuff had she not released that EP.
Yeah, you said
Because
that.
it was like within the window of like Subject to Change was what she was promoting until she put that out.
I was gonna say,
so
I think she really had every intention of Subject to Change being the album that did a lot for her
She
career.
just wanted
which
to,
it
like,
is
put
a
that out
phenomenal
for-
album, and I love it.
Yes.
It's what made me fall back in love with Kelsey's music again.
I think because she said like she was just gonna put this out and be done with it and didn't expect people to connect with Rolling Up the Welcome Mat, wasn't even gonna perform them live. So
But that's just a case of, you know what? I will say two things. One thing is that that's just a thing of shit happens in life, and sometimes you
Yeah.
gotta roll with it and roll up the welcome mat and put it out.
Yes.
Hey, no, but sometimes that's just life, and I love that but I will say what I loved about it was that she still kept her other stuff and really still like I think she would have given Subject to Change everything that it would have given if it had gotten the same reception, and Rolling Up the Welcome Mat was what she wanted it to be. I think she probably still had plans for Subject to Change. Rolling Up the Welcome Mat, when she re-released it and put out the new song, that How Can I Do This sounds exactly like
How Do I Do This?
Oh, sorry. How do I do that? Sounds exactly like something that would have been on Subject to Change.
Yeah.
Like it sounds like definitely where she's going next.
Yeah.
Sounds so good. So excited for that. But I think what was I gonna say?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think what I like about this, because a lot of artists have gone through divorces and stuff, and then they just like say F all the rest of my discography, like that was all just not like true. I'm doing new things, and I like that she's still honoring it. Yeah, because honestly, that album
it's
is
still
amazing.
part of her story. It's like,
and it's still part of her story. Exactly.
Yeah, like you can find new ways to like relate to the songs where it's not related to the same person it was originally written about and stuff.
Yeah, and I like for her that songwriting is something that connects with everybody. Like she definitely takes that approach that like just because it had one meaning doesn't mean it can't grow into a new meaning. Yeah. And I think that's important for music. I think especially when you're doing this for like the love of it, I think you want to make music that can adapt to those, but you're still not writing it for everybody else. You're still writing it for you, but you want to have that song that's there whenever you need it and can still pick you up. So I like that she took that approach
too. With, I guess we're talking about Kelsey, so I'll do that one first, because people were like judging her face because she, I guess, didn't look happy for Lainey for her winning over her, and so she like put out a thing on Instagram, which I found someone had like written it out because obviously Instagram stories are gone now, but she's like, you can be bummed for your loss and happy for somebody else's win at the same time. Two things can be true and both hold valid and valuable space. The face reading and reaction analysis is unnecessary and hurtful to everyone.
I saw that. I thought that was a great way to handle that, and it doesn't feel like it was like a PR thing or anything like that. It felt like you know what, good for her for acknowledging that she had some hurt feelings about it, because I think a lot of people, like, the PR move is just to be like, no, I was so happy, like, of course, why wouldn't I be, like, I'm a girl's girl. I think Kelsey is very much a girl's girl.
The other thing she said, like, she also said a woman's win is a team win, right about that instead.
Exactly, right? So I'm just like, but you know what, good for her for acknowledging, like, yeah, like, I had some emotions about that, right. But like,
it's
that
okay
doesn't mean
to be
that
sad
I didn't
that you lose, but you're still happy for them.
Yeah. I think that's great. I loved that response, honestly. It felt very, very genuine and very her. So I was very happy with it.
Also, the article mentions that, like, it was a huge night for female performers, and women artists swept all the Big Four awards.
It was.
So
and honestly,
that's cool
I didn't even think about it. When I was watching the Grammys, I was just like, it just didn't feel like, oh, wow, another, like,
it didn't feel like a historical thing.
Like, it felt like just a good Grammy. And I know we're women, so, like, obviously maybe we're a little like we just don't think about it because we're like seeing people like us and it just is inspirational. So maybe to somebody else that's in a different demographic than we are, they're like, oh, another female performer like me. But I also think, like, you know what, I think maybe everybody else saw it the way that we saw it too, and it, like, that's how it should
even, like,
be.
Realize
like
that it's,
that's
like,
how it should
that many
be.
women, and
exactly.
it's a good thing.
And I just want to get to a point where, like, that is...
It's like, it's not even a conversation anymore because it's just normal. And
no. And honestly, I didn't see that much
like
of it. Like, I'm glad that people are recognizing it because, like, we should be recognizing it. But also, like, I hope we're just continuing that progress after the years that women in general have kind of had on the ends of some things. We're not a political podcast. Yeah. But I think it was really, like, wow, it was just a good Grammys. And, like, then you can look back and say, like, you know, it was all women. And it's like, oh, well,
like, awesome.
There you go. It was a good Grammys. Maybe we should do this more often. You know?
Yeah.
But I think it was because just people got the recognition that they deserved. And guess what? It was women's time to shine, as it should be. And it wasn't to make a point. I feel like lately we've been doing it to make a point, and, like, it needed to be this because... But, like, now I feel like maybe we're actually starting to make some progress, which would be really cool.
Yeah. Definitely.
Really cool. I'm a big, like, women support women person because I interned at Song Suffragettes, which you should all go check out as well. Not sponsored. Yeah. But Song Suffragettes is a really good female supporting, female community building, writers round, songwriters group here in Nashville. Yeah. And I loved it. I loved working for them so much. Everyone was so supportive, and it is run by the most supportive guy. So.
Yeah. I feel like that was very much a good way to, like, end the conversation at the Grammys, talking about that overall, like, coolness about all the women dominating and stuff. But I did have one more thing.
Oh.
So.
And we're not done yet.
It's just a little thing. Again, with, like, people's acceptance speeches, and, like, I like the way they speak. I love how Lainey speaks. So, like, her acceptance speech for her country album, was talking about how she's I think she said a 5th generation farmer's daughter, and she considers herself a farmer too, but like a story farmer.
I like
And
that.
I liked that way of thinking of like story farm. You're farming the songs, you're growing them from seed and like helping them grow and nurture them. And so I was like, well spoken. I like that.
Yeah.
So that was, I think, my last little thing, really.
And that was the Music Lens podcast on the Grammys.
Find Alex Allegra at Alex Allegra Music on things, and you can find me at Katie Fee Music on things, on all the things.
On all the things. On all the socials.
All the socials.
All the internety web things.
Spotify. Anywhere you listen to music, you can find our music.
Any new Music Fridays that you're digging on yesterday?
Oh, yeah. Yesterday was Friday. I really love Lucas Carpenter's new song.
Okay.
Keep 'em Guessing.
Okay.
There's a lot of, I like the lyrics in there. There's a lot of cool things. Like, don't want to, I'm probably butchering the exact words of it, but it's like, don't want to be put in a box until I'm dead. I like that.
Oh, that's cool. I like that
like
line.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool one.
No, I don't have any new Music Friday. I didn't get a chance to listen to it because I went to see Pantera yesterday.
Okay.
For work.
Yeah. So that was your new music.
Yeah, I got to listen.
Your
Yeah,
heavy metal
I
music.
realized I've never heard a Pantera song in my life, and I was like, interesting. Okay. Not that I don't
Very
like heavy metal. But it was just like, I wasn't expecting it. And I was just like, I guess I expected to at least like recognize the song because my dad did listen to like heavy metal growing up. Well, not a lot of it, but like somewhat.
Yeah.
Like I'd listen to Ozzy Osbourne's Sirius XM station every once in a while. So like, it's like, oh, maybe I'd recognize the song. But no, I did not know anything.
Okay.
But I got some cool visuals for pictures. So
that's good.
Yeah.
I love that.
Cool.
All right. I think we're done here.
I think we're done.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time
The Music Lens podcast.